4.35 million existing home sales. That's what the National Association of Realtors is reporting for the seasonally adjusted average in December 2025. And that is the highest it's been since February of 2023. So what does that mean for Texas and the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex? We're going to dive into that and give you some nuggets along the way. All right, let's start out with Texas, and you can see in the upper left-hand corner here, we got median price of $330,849. Now compare that to what the National Association of Realtors reported for the national median average of $405,400. And so if you're looking to make a move, Texas might be a good place to call your new home. Now that is down 2.7%. Market shares at 27.8%, so well over a quarter of the properties in that $200 just under $300,000 price range. Active listings are up 14.2%. Closed sales up 4.8%. Total days on market at 109, and months of inventory at 4.6. Let's also take a look at the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, so a smaller view now. And we see that median price is actually higher than it is for Texas. It's at $375, but this is a major metro area, so we would kind of expect that. And I'll point out it is still below the national median of $405,400. And so if you're the major metro person, then DFW might be a good relocation place for you. Now we're seeing the median is down, but stick around and we'll show you in just a couple more areas where the median price is actually up in the Metroplex. Market share is at 28.6% in that $300,000 to just under $400,000 price point. In the middle left there, you see active listings are up 9%. On the right, closed sales are up 3%. Days on market at 103, increasing a little bit since December 2024. Months of inventory, not too bad at 3.5. It's not the market of that was great for sellers a few years ago, but so it's really still kind of good for buyers in the Metroplex. Let's take a look at Collin County next. We can see the median price at $419,649, actually above that national median we talked about earlier, but that is down 14.4%. Market share about 30% in that $300,000 to just under $400,000 price range. Really want to draw your attention to the active listings, up over 20%. And like I've said, that is extra inventory that buyers could be looking at. So if you're thinking about buying, you've got a lot more to pick from in Collin County. Closed sales are up 18.9%, so that's a good sign. They are still selling. Days on market at 105, up a little bit from December 2024. Months of inventory at 3.2 months. Now let's take a look at Dallas County. In Dallas County, we've got that median price is down. It's sitting about $350,000. Market shares 200 to 299 is at 25.4. Active listings are up 8.4%. Closed sales are actually down. That may be supporting the narrative we've talked about before about higher price homes selling better. And so that could be an indicator of truth to that. Days on market, pretty low in Dallas County. One of the only ones I think we're going to see that's under 100 for the total, and they're at 93, although that's 9 more days than in December. Months of inventory, 3.6. So Collin and Dallas are two of the larger counties, but we've got some other large ones. And if you'd like to see maybe Tarrant or Denton County or any other counties in Northeast Texas, leave us comments and we'll start covering that info for you. Now let's take a look at Rockwall. So in Rockwall County, the median price has actually gone up. And so this is what we were saying earlier. And so most places in the Metroplex, you see the median price going down. But in Rockwall, it actually went up a tick, and that's sitting at $449,000, $445,000. Market share is 28.6% in the $300,000 to $400,000 price point. Active listings in the middle left is up 15.1%. Closed sales are up 8.7%. Days on market are 130, one of the higher that we'll see. Months of inventory are 5, and that's up from 4.4 in December 2024. Moving on to Kaufman County, I want to really look at these first two on the left and the right. The median price is at $299. That's actually down 9.4% and compared to this time last year. And the one to the right of that, the market share is 45.4%, is in the $200,000 to just under $300,000 price point. And so that's well, we know well over half the homes are under $299, right? Because median means middle. And of those, there's 45.4% in that $200,000 to $299,000. We got this little $999 here at the end of here, so some of those could be in that, and some could be below $100,000. But really kind of tells you what's available in that affordable market of Kaufman County. Active listings in the middle left is up 12.9%. Closed sales are down 4.7%. And days on market at 119, just up. It's actually 1 day less. Just a couple that we'll see where days on market are down. Months of inventory at 4.6. All right, so in Hunt County, we've got a median price of $282,500, which is down about 2.7%. Just to the right of that, market share is at 38.2%, and that $200,000 to just under $300,000 price point. Active listings are up 5%. Closed sales are down at 4.1%. And really want to draw your attention to this days on market in the lower left-hand corner. So days on market, we've got 97, and days to close 33, for a total days on market of 130. And the thing I want to point out here is that if you were used to looking at a house in the market of a few years ago, you might have said, man, this house has been on the market for 21 days. What's wrong with it? And that was a very a common thing I would hear. However, in this market, that 21 days probably doesn't mean much at all, right? I mean, now, if in the same light, if you're looking at a property and you know the average is 97 days on the market and it is still actively listed, now you might be asking yourself that question around, say, the 90-day mark, the 100-day mark, the 120-day mark, but not at the 21-day market. We're just not in that crazy seller's market that we were in several years ago. All right, months of inventory is at 5.9, very close to a balanced market, which is commonly referred to as 6 months. And it's up from 5 in December 2024. So who do you know who's thinking about buying or selling that this kind of information could help? We hope you'll share our channel with them. Let's go on to Hopkins County. Now in Hopkins County, we have a median price of $255,000. This was the county we highlighted last month where the median price was at $250,000. You could tell that $255,000 is actually higher. So why does it say drop? And that's because it's compared to December 2024, not compared to November 2024. So median price is at $255,000. Market shares at 44.4% in that $200,000 to $300,000 price point. There in the middle, active listings are up 8.4%. Closed sales are up 18.8%. I really want to draw your attention here on the middle right with closed sales. And so when we're talking about a smaller county or a smaller amount of sales in a county compared to, say, a Dallas and Collin County where there are a lot of sales, you got to be careful with percentages, right? And so if you look at the fine print down here, so it says 19 were sold in December 2025, and that's what they're basing this increase of 18.8% of closed sales. And so while we did see that in, I think, Collin County as well, it's not quite as extravagant in this smaller, right? I mean, we're just talking about a difference of maybe 3 or 4 properties there. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the different statistics. So days on market 85, days to close 38 for a total of 123, and teetering into a buyer's market here in Hopkins County at 6.3, and that's actually down a little bit compared to December 2024. So might be looking up there in Hopkins County, but still neutral to tending to a buyer's market. Hey, if you're thinking about buying, you might be wondering, what is a good mortgage rate right now? And in that case, you should watch this video next.